Were you flattered, amused, or disappointed by Molly Ball's article in Atlantic Magazine, which called you the bluest Republican?
I would say.
It was a nice piece overall.
I would say, I would say sort of, in the grand scheme of things, I thought it was a positive piece. I saw it firsthand when I worked in the Weldon Cellucci administration under two Republicans who I thought were terrific public servants, and I hope that over the course of our time in office, whatever your political persuasion is, you come to understand and appreciate why I think it's great to have two teams on the field.
Well, when you made the point that 85% of the Republicans voted for it, well, even at the convention,
Right.
and they were behind you 100%. So it was.
No, I think look, I think political parties, as a general rule, are not monolithic organizations any more than, the media is monolithic,
Mm-hmm.
or business is monolithic, or take your pick. I think the healthy ones usually involve a lot of different people with a lot of points of view, and I was proud of the fact that I got 85% of the vote at the convention. I was proud of the fact I got 72% of the vote in the primary, and I was overjoyed by the fact that I got 49% of the vote in the general election, which was 40,000 more votes than the former Attorney General got.
Do you think that they only put Republicans in office knowing that they can control everything, and it's just?
I don't know. I actually think one of the strongest messages I heard, certainly from voters and frankly from a lot of Democrats who voted for me during the campaign, was that it wasn't about, they get to control the game. It was about balance. I mean, over and over again, what I heard, especially from working people, was, I'm tired of getting nickel and dimed. I mean, every time I turn around, the cost of this, the fee of that is going up, and it's a problem for me. I want to make it simpler for individuals and small businesses to do business with it. I want to make the customer service operation sing for people. I mean, we have a lot to do there. I mean, we track all the calls we get to constituent services in the governor's office that come from people who can't get answers at the connector deliberately because we want to know, who's having a hard time actually dealing with this. And I want to get those numbers down to zero. I mean, I want to get to the point where it's actually working the way it's supposed to. Well, I'm a big believer that, your long-term goal can never really be longer than a year, and your short-term goal ought to build toward what your long-term goal is. And my long-term goal is to get the connector into full working order within our first year of our administration. The thing that troubled me about the connector was it involves hundreds of thousands of people who, again, are individual purchasers or small businesses who really need that thing to work. I mean, big businesses, mid-sized businesses, it's a totally different game than it is for people who have to buy through there.
Can't you say that kind of about the tea, though, too?
Well, that's where I was going, which is a big part of the pop. Tea serves about 1 million people a day, and the vast majority of the people that the tea serves are working
Can't
people.
drive themselves
Are
to
working
work.
people,
Yeah.
and that's why making sure the tea works is really important, and it's why when Bev Scott said it was going to take 30 days to get back to full service that second week in February, I basically sent many members of my senior staff down to the T and said, work with them to make sure we're back up and running and pretty much close to 100% by the end of school vacation, which was 6 days later. And we got there. I mean, by the time school vacation was over, the rapid transit of the bus system was pretty much back to almost 100%. And Keolis has been a little more work, but they're at 80% this week, and they'll be at 100% shortly.